Serious problems of players after World Cup 2022. It is not just a matter of physical wear and tear. The players returning after the 2022 World Cup also face serious psychological problems. Especially in intense competitive tournaments like the English Premier League. Even before the 2022 World Cup kicked off, the Professional Players Association FIFPro warned the impact of a sustained high-intensity season on players could not be taken lightly. People talk a lot about fitness, which is easy to see. But there are many other problems, which even the players themselves do not know of its existence. The Premier League contributed 133 players to the Congress in the Middle East, and many of them reached the final match. And just 8 days after the final, round 17 of the Premier League returned on the occasion of Boxing Day. You hear a lot of common phrases like fatigue after the World Cup, dizziness after the World Cup. But actually the player's mentality is affected in an aspect that affects the physical body, said Mark Bowden, a sports psychologist. Let's take England's Bukayo Saka as an example, and it happens to everyone. Confirm. Saka worked hard with the prize if he won. Think of his last match. Tickets to the World Cup semi-finals. When we have such a big goal, the brain produces a substance called dopamine. This promotes more natural determination, more focus on the game, while maximizing performance on the field. And when the body is excited, we also increase testosterone, making ourselves confident, full of energy and strength. Now let's look at the upcoming match that Saka participates in. You could say Arsenal are on track to win the Premier League. But it is a long road and the destination is far away. They will not be able to win the championship if they win West Ham, as well as win the next 5 matches. And that's the problem. No matter how professional Saka and the other players who just attended the World Cup are, they also consider themselves to get 3 points in the next match, which is far from the experience in Qatar. Naturally, the brain and body reduce dopamine and testosterone levels, making concentration also proportional. Strength, determination, confidence disappear, directly affecting performance on the field. The players will wonder, I'm still trying, it just doesn't work. Experience the so-called heartless force. They are of course not at fault, not even knowing its existence. Of course, it depends on the player that the degree of influence is different. Before the 2022 World Cup, there were also many mid-season tournaments in the English Premier League. In mid-January of this year, Sadio Mane and Senegal won the Africa Cup of Nations. AFCON 2022 is a prime example. He returned to Liverpool and continued to shine, even surpassing his performance in the first leg of the season. But Salah, the star of Egypt's defeat to Senegal in the final, was in poor form, as shown by the following parameters. Studies show that with the concentration that players put into a major tournament that takes place for about a month, they need several months to recover. If the World Cup normally takes place in the summer, the players have the whole summer to rest. And the excitement of the new season also puts them in a good mood. Weather is also an aspect worth discussing. The players had just played in the sun in Qatar and now face rain, snow, and cold in England. And if you think that the World Cup only has a negative effect on the players involved, you are wrong. Those who stay at home and only practice vegetarian in the past are also victims. They lose their circadian rhythms, trying to stay physically fit when their minds can't keep up. Pep Guardiola even said that players who have just attended the World Cup will be in better form than those at home. So, tonight's series will be very interesting and promises to have many surprises.